Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 12th of June 2023. Now what's happening since the last few days is that the global cryptocurrency market, guys, is in a complete meltdown, and this is because the SEC is aggressively going after Binance and Coinbase, and because of that, a lot of the cryptocurrency exchanges, a lot of the crypto service providers, what they're planning to do is they're planning to delist a lot of the tokens, and one of the massive giants called as Robinhood did actually decide to delist Cardano, Polygon and Solana, and because of this news the global cryptocurrency market was completely shattered, and there was a very high possibility that the global cryptocurrency market might go below the $1 trillion mark again. So we'll definitely go ahead and talk about what is going on so far as the price is concerned. And look, since the last 7 days, Metaverse platforms has been hit the most. Now this is a bit strange because last week Apple did decide to release an augmented reality headset called as Vision Pro, and a lot of people in the cryptocurrency world were actually hoping that cryptocurrency and blockchain protocols that are connected to Metaverse would actually pump up, but unfortunately, because of the news regarding Apple Vision Pro, Metaverse platforms had been at the most. So we'll very briefly touch base on this. Now apart from Robinhood, even Crypto.com has decided to suspend its US institutional exchange services. This newscast is absolutely terrible as well. But the reason why they're suspending the operation is a bit different, so we'll definitely go out and explore that in today's episode. Now we do have some positive news as well, and this is regarding OKX, and the news is that they have partnered with Combino, so definitely positive news. Now regarding Africa, we do have some unfortunate news as well, and this is in relation to Binance. And look guys, 2023 looks like it's turning out to be one of the worst years for Binance. And guys, what I've noticed in Binance, they often have years where they're doing absolutely horrible, and the following year, they tend to have the best year. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was 2020 or 2021, where it was one of the worst years for Binance, but the following year, it was one of the best years for Binance. Now what I'm really hoping for is that 2024 is actually positive and fruitful for Binance, because look guys, if Binance benefits, the global cryptocurrency market benefits as well. So a lot to cover in today's episode, and like we do in every Crypto and Coffee 88 podcast, I'm going to be discussing two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And unfortunately guys, since 2023, I'm not able to find news so far as Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, blockchain, NFTs or even Metaverse is concerned in the Middle East. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to cover artificial intelligence news, because that is in the news quite a lot lately, and I'm hoping that there's some connection between blockchain and artificial intelligence. Now the first news is regarding an event that did actually take place last month, and it is called as Emerge, and they did actually head to Dubai, and they launched an NFT gated membership club. So I'll definitely go ahead and explore that news. And the second news, guys, is regarding artificial intelligence, and Sheikh Hamdan announces new artificial intelligence center to accelerate government services. So definitely positive news. So quite a lot to cover, guys, in today's episode. So let's get started with it right away. Welcome to the Crypto and Coffee 88, the daily podcast that keeps you up to date on all latest developments in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain, and NFTs. Join us Monday to Friday as you kick off your day with a cup of coffee and a deep dive into the exciting and rapidly evolving world of digital assets. We'll cover the latest news and trends in the cryptocurrency and blockchain space, as well as delve into the growing world of NFTs or non-fungible tokens and Metaverse. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest developments from Dubai, UAE and the wider Middle East region. Whether you're a seasoned crypto enthusiast or just getting started, Crypto and Coffee 88 has something for you. Our expert host will provide insight and analysis on the most important topics in the industry and help you stay up to date on the latest developments. We'll bring you interviews with leading figures in the crypto and blockchain space and explore the ways in which these technologies are changing the world around us, from the impact on traditional financial systems to the potential for revolutionizing industries and transforming societies. We'll cover it all on Crypto and Coffee 88. So tune in and join us for a daily dose of Crypto and Coffee 88, and let's stay ahead of the curve together. We'll start your day off right with the most important news and insights from the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the Metaverse, and help you navigate this exciting and rapidly evolving landscape. In Crypto and Coffee 88, the daily podcast covers the latest developments in the world of cryptocurrency, blockchain and the Metaverse. We'll also bring you updates on the latest news from Dubai, UAE and wider Middle East region. This also includes a range of topics such as developments in the local and blockchain industry, including new projects and initiatives, regulatory updates, and policies related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region, local and regional events and conferences focused on crypto and blockchain, interviews with leading figures in Dubai, UAE and Middle East crypto and blockchain community, coverage of any significant news or events related to cryptocurrency and blockchain in the region. By covering these local and regional developments, in addition to the wider world of cryptocurrency and blockchain, Crypto and Coffee at 8 aims to provide a comprehensive overview of the industry and its impact on the Dubai, UAE and Middle East region. Now before we kickstart today's episode, I have an important message, so check this out. Shalhoub Group, a luxury retail and distributor which is headquartered in Dubai, are getting into the NFT game. And here's the deal guys, they are not just getting into the NFT and Metaverse space, they are going to be shaping the NFT, Metaverse and Web 3.0 space, which I believe is excellent not just for Dubai and UAE, but also for the global cryptocurrency community as well. And guys, Shalhoub Group's Web 3.0 sneaker brand called Soulmates revealed their first NFT collection on the 12th of April. Now what is really interesting is that it's called as Soulmates, so it's spelled as S for sugar, O for orange, L for Larry. Now instead of E, they've replaced it with Web3 and it is the number 3, mates.xyz. And guys listen, Shalhoub Group has over half a century's worth of experience in luxury goods, and them getting into the NFT space is a massive deal. Now if you're a sneakerhead, you definitely need to check out soulmates.xyz. And once again guys, the number is 3 instead of an E. It has all the information, and in the show notes below you'll get all the information. And listen guys, if you want to be an early adopter, you can also pre-mint it at www.premint.xyz/soulmates. So definitely check it out, and they have a Discord community as well. And guys, Nick, who is the head of corporate innovation at Shalhoub Group and also the co-founder of Soulmates, has a WhatsApp group where he constantly provides updates in the area of NFTs, Metaverse and Web 3.0. So guys, check out soulmates.xyz and be part of the Soulmates OG NFT that is definitely going to shape the industry. Next, Startup OI is global one tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the government govt games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform and search for Rise in the Obstacle Course Race podcast. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet. And this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below. Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's look at the global cryptocurrency market. Now as of today, it is at $1.06 trillion. But briefly guys, few days ago, there was a very high chance that the global cryptocurrency market might go below the $1 trillion mark again. Thankfully, it did not happen. Now, just to give you some perspective, guys, when Bitcoin was at its all-time high at $69,000, only the market cap of Bitcoin was $1.3 trillion. And if you look at Bitcoin's market cap, it is less than half a $1 trillion mark. So only Bitcoin's market cap was at $1.3 trillion mark, and the global cryptocurrency market was on the verge of touching the $3 trillion mark. But fast forward to 12th of June, the global cryptocurrency market is at $1.06 trillion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it has gone up by 1.33%. Now, what is really surprising, guys, is because SEC is going after centralized exchanges and centralized service providers, Metaverse platforms has been hit the most. So if you look at the prices since the last 7 days, the Sandbox or SAN is down by 36.99%, which is absolutely horrible. Decentraland is down by 34.48%, and Axie Infinity is down by 32.35%. Now, the reason why this is strange is because last week, Apple did actually announce Vision Pro, and a lot of people were actually expecting that Metaverse protocols will actually pump up because of this news. But listen, guys, the cryptocurrency world is absolutely crazy. And one thing to remember, guys, that Decentraland in 2023 did have the highest gains, and it did actually go up by well over 150%. Now, this happened in the earlier month of June, and the same thing with Sandbox. Sandbox, I believe, was well up by over 70 or 100%. Unfortunately, guys, Metaverse tokens has been hit the most, and it's going to be really interesting to see what the future of distributed or decentralized metaverse is. Now, when it comes to metaverse, guys, I do have this very strong feeling it's all about the experiences, and unfortunately, a decentralized or a distributed metaverse will not cut it. Imagine the experience that Apple will provide or even Meta will provide. There is no way, and absolutely no way, a distributed form of metaverse will be able to offer those experiences. Now let's get back to the cryptocurrency world, because the volume is looking absolutely horrible. It is only at $24.19 billion, and since the last 24 hours, guys, it is down by 58.84%, and the total volume in DeFi is well below the $2 billion mark. It is down to $1.83 billion. And if you look at the total value locked, guys, it is down to $43.47 billion, with Lido leading the race at 29.45%. And if you look at its total value locked, it is at $12.80 billion. And unfortunately, guys, DeFi is accounting for 7.58% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now, let me very briefly run through the 24-hour volume of DeFi protocols. And what I'm going to be doing today, guys, is I'm going to give you a very brief explanation on what Uniswap is, how does it work, the founding members, and quite a lot of other. And tomorrow, what I'll try to do is I'll maybe try to cover PancakeSwap, and the day after that, maybe cover finance, and maybe something else. Now, if you do have any suggestions that you want me to cover, mention them in the comments below. And 2 weeks ago, guys, I covered privacy coins such as Monero, Zcash, and last week I covered Web3 protocols, so please feel free to check those out. Now, so far as the 24-hour volume is concerned, Uniswap's 24-hour volume has definitely skyrocketed, and it is at $1.78 billion. PancakeSwap volume has also picked up, and it is currently at $379.9 million. Core Finance is at $367.83 million, and Dodo, guys, once again the volume has picked up at $236.03 million. And one thing, guys, which I did mention in my episode that I released last Thursday, whenever the volume of Dodo picks up, the volume of Uniswap picks up as well. So really I'm curious to see what is the correlation. Is it that there is a lot of transaction taking place between Dodo and Uniswap? Most likely, I definitely think so, but I'm definitely going to go ahead and investigate and try to see if I do find some correlation. Now, the number 5th is Maverick Protocol, and its 24-hour volume is $86.43 million. Now, guys, let's look at the volume of stablecoins, and unfortunately, the volume is absolutely horrendous. The volume of stablecoins is $22.64 billion, and listen to this, guys. Tether USDT's market cap is definitely on an incline, and I don't understand the reason why. So Bitfinex's Tether USDT's market cap is $83.36 billion, but the 24-hour trading volume is only $17.33 billion. Circle USDC's market cap is relatively consistent at roughly around $28 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is $2.40 billion, but the scariest metric, guys, is that of Binance BUSD. The 24-hour trading volume is $1.46 billion, and listen to this, guys, its market cap is down to $4.78 billion in just few months ago, or I believe last quarter of 2022. Binance BUSD's market cap was crossing the $16 billion mark. So from $16 billion market capitalization, Binance BUSD's market cap is down to $4.78 billion. And this, guys, is the power of Gary Gensler and the US Security and Exchange Commission. They can aggressively go after them. Now, I'm not saying that what Gary Gensler at SEC is doing is wrong. As a matter of fact, personally, if I look at the details from first source, I 100% agree to what SEC is doing. But at a macro level, it is definitely not ideal for the global cryptocurrency system. Now, stablecoins, guys, is still accounting for 93.63% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Now, let's quickly compare the market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin's market cap is a little over the $500 billion mark, and it is at $506 billion. And as I mentioned earlier, guys, Bitcoin's market cap at its all-time high was at $1.3 trillion. Now, I'm really hoping after the second halving, and most likely 6 to 8 months after the second halving, which most likely might occur, let's say in the first quarter of 2025, we might just see a new all-time high. Now, if you look at Ethereum's market cap, it is at $212 billion. The 24-hour trading volume of Bitcoin and Ethereum are not looking good either. Bitcoin's 24-hour trading volume is $10.3 billion, whereas Ethereum is at $4.40 billion. The dominance, guys, of Bitcoin is at 45.60%, but Ethereum's dominance is gradually picking up, and it is at 20.02%. Guys, looks like Gary Gensler Token is definitely on an incline, because if you look at the market cap of smart contracting platform, all of them have gone down miserably. The market cap of Ethereum is $212 billion. Binance BNB's market cap has been hit the most. It is at $37.08 billion. On an average given day, Binance BNB's market cap used to hover somewhere between the $45 to $50 billion mark. Cardano's market cap has been hit the most, and it is down to $9.69 billion. And guys, Cardano's market cap used to hover somewhere between the $13 billion mark, and we'll definitely go ahead and talk why that has happened. Because what has happened is that Robinhood did actually decide to delist Cardano, Matic, and Solana. So we'll definitely go ahead and explore that. But before that, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly go ahead and explain what Uniswap is. Because look, guys, when you talk about decentralization, Uniswap is hands down the most decentralized trading protocol, and they're known for its role in facilitating automated trading of DeFi or decentralized finance tokens. Now let me try to give us some more information. Uniswap was launched in 2018 and did gain a lot of momentum because of the DeFi phenomenon, and they were associated in a lot of trading and activities. And Uniswap, guys, aims to keep token trading automated and completely open to anyone who holds a token, while at the same time improving the efficiency of trading versus that on traditional exchanges. And Uniswap, guys, creates more efficiency by solving liquidity issues with automated solutions, and also avoiding problems that plague the industry in the earlier stages of decentralized exchanges. Now, what happened in September of 2020, Uniswap did actually launch its governance token called as Uni, and this was given to past users of the protocol. This added both profitability potential and the ability for users to shape its future, an attractive aspect of decentralized entities. And guys, if you were to compare the volume in Uniswap, it is definitely higher than Coinbase as well. And this, guys, is the power of decentralization. Now let me tell you a bit of information regarding the founders of Uniswap. Now, Uniswap came about as a plan to introduce AMMs on Ethereum to a wider audience, and the platform's creator is Ethereum's developer, Hayden Adams. And guys, Hayden Adams worked in various projects while finalizing Uniswap, and his work was informed directly by Ethereum creator Vitalik Buterin. And initially, Vitalik Buterin even ended up giving up the protocol its name, and its original name was Unipeg. And Hayden Adams, guys, also stated that the original inspiration of Uniswap platform came from one of Vitalik Buterin's own blog posts, and his original idea to focus on Ethereum came after a fan convinced him to begin researching and understanding the protocol way back in 2017. Now let me very briefly go ahead and explain what the Uniswap DAO is. Now the Uniswap DAO, guys, has over 310,000 members that can vote on the 1.6 billion treasury, governance, and roadmap of the decentralized exchange by holding Uni governance token. and any uni holders, guys, can submit a proposal. However, it must garner up to 25,000 yes votes before it can become eligible for further deliberation. Now, the next phase is the consensus check, where the prosper has to highlight the code changes and garner at least 50,000 yes votes. And finally, guys, governance phase that has to attract 40 million yes votes for the proposal to be adopted. And Uniswap, guys, was the most dominant decentralized exchange in 2021 in terms of trading volume, and the top-ranked decentralized autonomous organization, or also DAO, in terms of the amount held in the treasury. And the guys, there were also some positive news, and there was news that Uniswap did acquire NFT aggregator. And I very specifically remember, guys, in the last quarter of 2022, there were also talks about Uniswap merging with a couple of centralized banks in the US as well. Unfortunately, that plan did not materialize. Now, if you're into decentralized finance, I'm pretty much sure you already know what Uniswap is, but let's say if you're someone who's just getting into the space, I would definitely recommend you to find out more information regarding Uniswap. And listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding Uniswap, the website is uniswap.org. And so far as the price is concerned, it is at $4.08, and it is currently ranked at 23 via CoinMarketCap. Now, guys, let's discuss the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. Now, the price of Bitcoin did marginally go down, and it was on the verge of going well below the $25,000 mark. Now, fortunately, guys, the price of Bitcoin is $26,130, and since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 1.52%. Since the last 7 days, though, it is down by 4.10%. Ethereum is at $1,771. Since the last 24 hours, it is up by 1.65%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 7.02%. Unfortunately, guys, the price of Binance BNB coin is not looking good at all. It is at $238. Since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.37%. Since the last 7 days, it is down by 22.24%. And look, guys, I've been looking at this data on a daily basis, particularly the top 3. And to be honest, this might be the very first time where the price of Binance BNB coin is going down much aggressively in comparison to the previous bearish cycle. Unfortunately, guys, this is because the SEC did aggressively go after Binance and Coinbase, and because of that news, guys, Robinhood has also decided to delist certain crypto assets from its trading platform. So what Robinhood decided to do is they have decided to delist Cardano's ADA, Polygon, Matic, and Solana Sol, and this will be delisted on the 27th of this month. Now, if you're an official user, what I'd really recommend you to do is read through the blog by Robinhood. I really am not sure if you might have received email, but I'm definitely hoping you would have received an email. Now, what that blog states is that ADA, Matic, and Solana will definitely be kicked out in the system, and let's say if you still have them, Robinhood after the deadline will automatically sell all those tokens and convert it and put the relevant funds in your account. Let me give you a very brief summary of what the news is. The crypto assets such as Cardano's ADA, Polygon, Matic, and Solana Sol will be delisted from Robinhood on June the 27th, and users who still have ADA, Matic, and Sol in their Robinhood account on June 27th will have those assets automatically sold on the market. And the move by Robinhood, guys, comes literally days after 3 crypto assets were referred to as unregistered securities by the Security Exchange Commission in lawsuits against Binance and Coinbase. And in response to this, guys, the Solana Foundation and Cardano development firm IOHK have disputed the characterization of Solana and Cardano as securities, and it's going to be really interesting to see, guys, how the industry actually reacts to this. Now, unfortunately, Crypto.com did actually have a negative news as well, and what they announced that they will no longer be serving institutional clients in the United States after announcing the suspension of the services starting 21st of June. Cointelegraph has reported that the Singaporean-based exchange cited limited demand from institutional customers as a primary reason for the move. And to be honest, guys, the market is not looking good and looks like there is not much interest in the market conditions. But if you read through the news, guys, it's important to note that Crypto.com remains open to a potential relaunch of its institutional exchange in the United States of America. Now, the big question is, guys, with Crypto.com stopping US institutional exchange, what happens to the stadium, and will Lakers Arena be renamed again? Because Crypto.com did actually purchase the naming rights to Los Angeles Lakers home arena in 2021 in a $700 million 20-year arrangement. So it's definitely going to be really interesting to see if the stadium name is renamed again definitely not ideal, particularly from the cryptocurrency world. Now guys, let's discuss some positive news before we discuss the negative news regarding Africa. Now the positive news is that OKX has partnered with Comino to boost institutional cryptocurrency trading security, and guys, Comino's platform will allow OKX to mitigate counterparty risks, and the partnership should ensure the safety of institutional assets, and it will allow institutional customers to execute secure around-the-clock trading of segregated assets under custody. And look, guys, if you're a chief technology officer or if you're someone who's currently working in an exchange or working in the cryptocurrency space, you need to remember that Comino is using a software and protocol that is designed by Fireblocks. And if you do want to connect anything regarding Fireblocks, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding Binance, and unfortunately 2023 is turning out to be one of the worst years for Binance. The market cap of Binance BUSD, guys, is down to $4.78 billion. And remember guys, Binance BUSD's market cap at one point of time was $16 billion. Now unfortunately, the news is that Nigerian regulators have also decided to halt Binance Operations. So what happened is that on June 9th, Nigeria security authorities reportedly deemed the exchange to be illegal, and this happened just days after Binance was sued by the United States Security and Exchange Commission. And according to Nigeria's security regulator, Binance is neither registered nor regulated in the country, making its operation illegal. And unfortunately guys, there's one bad news after other Binance. But knowing the history of Binance, guys, and I did actually mention that somewhere, I believe it was 2020 or 2021, they had the worst years. All the allegations, something similar to what is happening right now. And the following year, it was one of the best years for Binance, and looks like 2024, I'm hoping, might be a best year for Binance as well. Now guys, let's discuss two news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. And the first news is regarding Emerge, and they did actually launch an NFT gated membership club. So let me try to give us some information. Now, if you do want to find out the website is emergeconf.io, and the conf, I believe, is for conference. Now what Emerge does is they connect startups and tech talents with global investment, business and career opportunities. And Emerge is a female-founded tech conference, and they did actually head to Dubai on May 28th and 29th. And guys, the conference did actually aim to bring together over 15,000 startup ecosystem players worldwide, and the focus was on attracting new technology ventures and capital to Dubai and assisting local startups in scaling globally. Now, if you're someone who definitely attended the event, let me know what is the experience like. So based on the news via coinrepublic.com, it does actually state that industry experts shared insights, practical advice and tips for founders in the tech and venture capital sector, and venture funds such as Flat 6 Labs, V7 Group, AK Ventures and other participated in one-on-one meetings, mentorship sessions and investor events. And Emerge's annual pitch competition, called as the Emerge Challenge, took place during the conference, and the winner of the competition did actually secure an investment of up to $500,000. Definitely beautiful stuff. And Emerge, guys, aim to build bridges for the global tech community and welcome anyone passionate about technology to join the exclusive membership club called as the Emerge Club. So far as NFT is concerned, the Emerge Club was an NFT-gated community membership which was powered by Liquid Assets, which is a software as a service, also called a SaaS platform for loyalty programs. And Liquid Access, guys, enabled users to convert subscriptions, membership and loyalty perks into movable assets, and NFT tickets provided a secure and efficient way for admission for Emerge events, allowing attendees to use or resell the tickets as well. And Serge Vason, who is the CEO of Liquid Access, commended Emerge for its application of utility NFTs and collaboration opportunities. And Emerge, guys, was founded in 2018 by Anna Sholina, Alina Nelson, and Marco Lazarenkova. So definitely positive news. So definitely positive move. And the conference offered an opportunity for entrepreneurs to engage with international tech leaders, investors, and fellow entrepreneurs. And tickets for the event could be purchased on the Emerge website, with NFT tickets available for purchase using cryptocurrencies as well. And the Emerge conference in Dubai promised to be an exciting and engaging event, bringing together international tech leaders, investors, and entrepreneurs. And guys, listen, the integration of NFT technology and the launch of Emerge Club added a unique and innovative dimension to the conference, offering attendees exclusive access to new business opportunities. So definitely a great move to incorporate NFTs. But the big question is, let's say if you were to compare the cost benefits of having an NFT versus, let's say, current existing systems, Was it worthwhile? I'm really curious to see. If you're someone who did actually attend this event, drop me an email because I definitely would like to get some more information. Now guys, let's discuss some news regarding artificial intelligence. And the news is that Sheikh Hamdan announces new artificial intelligence center to accelerate government services. So let me try to very briefly give you bits and pieces of information that Dubai has launched the Dubai Center for Artificial Intelligence to accelerate government services and create exceptional projects. And Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, announced the establishment of the Artificial Intelligence Center, and the task forces will be formed at all Dubai government entities to develop artificial intelligence-driven application and innovative government projects. And the goal, guys, is to foster the digital transformation of Dubai's government services. And the Artificial Intelligence Center, guys, is aligned with UAE strategy for artificial intelligence and focuses on vital sectors like transportation, healthcare, space, and renewable energy. And in the transportation sector, guys, the aim is to reduce accidents and operational costs using artificial intelligence. And so far as the healthcare sector is concerned, guys, it will focus on lowering the percentage of chronic and serious diseases through artificial intelligence applications. And the space sector will benefit from artificial intelligence technology. And the renewable energy sector will focus on facility management and smart consumptions, and accurate analysis of new and renewable energy resources will be conducted using artificial intelligence. And Sheikh Hamdan, guys, aims for Dubai's government to be the best in the world in deploying artificial intelligence with its various entities, and the Artificial Intelligence Center is the first step towards achieving this goal, developing services in line with technological advancements. And guys, Dubai government employees are encouraged to utilize generative artificial intelligence tools to enhance productivity and optimize government services. And technological development is a priority for Dubai, and they aim to harness it quickly for societal benefits. And guys, the Dubai Future Foundation, Dubai Electricity and Water Authority, also called as DEWA, Dubai Media Council, and Dubai's Digital Authority will oversee the implementation of the Artificial Intelligence Center. And guys, the generative AI sector is expected to expand from $10 billion in 2022 to $110.8 billion by 2030, with a compound annual growth of 34.3%. And all this, guys, to be honest, is because of OpenAI's ChatGPT, isn't it? Now, the Artificial Intelligence Center's establishment aligns with Project Growth and aims to capitalize on the opportunities in the artificial intelligence industry. And the center will drive the development of AI-powered tools with a clear impact and tangible assets. And the implementation of the center will involve collaboration with relevant authorities and entities in Dubai. Now, there are very few areas, guys, where this news merges with blockchain technology. The only area I can think of is, so far as the data is concerned, the data can be cryptographically hashed and stored on an open blockchain. Now, if you were to do that, let's say on a permission blockchain, it'll be better off just to use a software instead. So it's going to be really interesting to see if all the data is cryptographically hashed, put it in a block, and maybe put on an Ethereum blockchain. So definitely positive news. So those are the news, guys, from Crypto and Coffee 88 from Blockchain DXB. In case if you have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And guys, if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now for the next few minutes, it's going to be an Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's get started with the Ask Me Anything series. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. I have a question by Matthew, who asks, are we heading towards the end of crypto? Definitely not, Matthew. We have seen so many such phases. As a matter of fact, we have seen several worse cases than what we're currently expecting right now. But what I'd really recommend you to do is, Matthew, on Friday I did have an episode released with one of the authors of the book called Crypto Titans. And what I'd really recommend you to actually go ahead and buy his book, because in that book, he does actually mention the different bullish cycles, what gave rise to the bullish cycles, and in that he also mentioned why some of the cycles did actually go down and why we do actually experience bearish cycles as well. So I definitely recommend you to go ahead and check that book out. But so far as the end of cryptocurrency is concerned, Definitely not at all. We are definitely not heading towards the end of crypto. Now, it's going to be really scary if Binance is completely collapsed. But apart from that, let's say if the SEC does decide to go aggressively after, let's say, Tether USDT, I do think that it might be the end of, let's say, 90% of cryptocurrencies, but actual protocols like Bitcoin and Ethereum will definitely survive. And in hindsight, to be honest, if you actually do look at all of the cryptocurrencies, I 100% can say that none of them do not actually require any use case. Even if you look at Uniswap, the project is absolutely brilliant, but do we require any token for that? And the only reason why these tokens are issued is because the founders turn out to be millionaires, in certain cases billionaires as well, and that is the area which SEC is trying to prevent, because what the founders they tend to do is they take money from the fiat world and then they completely disappear. And the classic example, Matthew, I can think of is EOS. EOS did actually raise $4 billion in 2017 in an ICO. And guess what they did with that $4 billion? They converted that into Bitcoin. And looks like the project is completely dead. Now, going back to your question, despite the prices being low, I'm pretty much sure in the next particular weeks, or maybe the next few days as well, we must see the global cryptocurrency market definitely picking up pace. And the answer, Matthew, is pretty simple. What happened a little over a week ago was that the US debt ceiling was increased, and because of that, the global cryptocurrency market will definitely get a breather. Now, what is going to happen is the US is going to be injecting new funds. I believe it is roughly around $1.5 trillion, and because of that, not only the global cryptocurrency market but the general finance world is definitely going to have a breather, and because of that, it is definitely going to have a positive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. And I wouldn't be surprised we see some positive price movements probably in the next few days, maybe in the next few months. But once again, Matthew, all price predictions are 100% right 50% of the time. So that's it, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series on Blockchain DXB. In case if you have any feedback or suggestions, drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. Check out my website www.blockchaindxb.com, and also check out my other website area2071.com that talks everything about Metaverse. And if you like listening to this episode, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee Date, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of episodes on the Crypto and Coffee Date works is we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East, and the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And what you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.